Um, This is the Air Conservation Commission meeting. This is April 23rd, 2020, and we are going to do our best with what we have. What's that?
What?
That R garg.
Wasn't me.
Oh, that's Rohit.
That's Rohit.
Oh, Rohit. So,
Excuse me.
Hello. Sorry to just joining the call, the meeting.
okay, great. Welcome. Do we have a confirmation of agenda?
The agenda is good as written.
Okay.
Do we need to vote on that? Or
To confirm the agenda?
we do every other meeting?
Make a motion to confirm the agenda as written.
And we're going to have to vote by roll call.
Yes.
So,
Seconded it.
Mr. Bacon, how do you vote?
Aye.
Ms. Amaya?
Aye.
Ms. Gugino?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye.
And I just got a text from Mark Phillips. He's coming. He's getting.
Okay, very good. Accounts payable.
Accounts payable, we're working on catching up with some of our MACC conference invoice reimbursements. Jess, do you have yours in order?
Not yet. I had my credit card bill out on my desk showing proof that I paid, and it has disappeared.
Ah, yes. All right. Well, and I have mine in order. So when we'll just do it next time.
Okay.
Very good. Approval of the meeting minutes from long ago,
March 12th.
March 12th. Any comments on the minutes?
No.
No.
Beautifully written, as always.
Motion to approve minutes as written.
No moved.
Great. Jen, you want to second that?
Oh, I second that.
Yeah.
Thank you. George, how do you vote on that?
Aye.
Aye. Jen?
Aye.
Yes?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye. Alrighty. Our first action item this evening is authorization of conservation agent to sign signature page of permits during state of emergency. And this is going to be put off for a while until we get further clarification. Is that correct?
That is what I would recommend. Between the Municipal Relief Act and an accompanying executive order that the governor put out in an effort to help boards and commissions, there really isn't much specific language to actually help the Conservation Commission. So, and DEP is still working on their guidance document. So between the complicated issue of commissioners signing permits electronically, which is okay with DEP, but not acceptable at registries of deeds, and having no clear language for a commission to authorize their agent to sign, I recommend that we put this off until our next meeting, by which time hopefully we'll have some actual guidance on how to approach this.
Okay, very good. Do we need to make a motion to continue or?
Well, where it's really an action item, I think we can just act by saying we're going to act on it in the future.
Okay. Then we will act on this action item on hopefully our next meeting, which will be April 9th, is that correct?
Or May 9th? May 9th?
Wait, no.
May 7th.
May 7th?
Mark?
Um,
May 7th.
actually, no. Second Thursday, so May 14th.
Yes.
Is it?
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't even have a calendar, so
Yeah, May 14th.
May 14th. All right.
All right, the next item is a public hearing, continued notice of intent, Ayer DPW Spectacle Pond PFAS treatment plant, DEP number 100-0443. This is to be continued until our next meeting as well, is that correct?
That's what I would recommend. We're still waiting to hear from Natural Heritage on their issues with the turtle protection plan, I believe. So we really can't do anything until we hear from them.
Okay. Motion to continue the public hearing until May 14th.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded. We'll do a vote by roll call. George, how do you
Aye.
vote? Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Jess?
I
And chairman votes aye. So our next item today is public hearing continued of a notice of intent, 0 Washington Street, Air Solar 2. DEP file 100-0444. Do we?
On this matter, we are waiting for Natural Heritage also to do their wildlife assessment. But in the meantime, we have an opportunity to choose a peer review contractor for this project.
Which we would very much like to have you do.
When Cal, when you speak, could you please just state who you are? I know
Yeah,
it's kind
I'm
of,
sorry. Yep.
but
And the 5656 phone number is me as well,
oh, there's two of you.
because
Okay.
I'm dialed in on my phone as well as my computer.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So that would be Cal Goldsmith of Goldsmith Preston Ringwall.
That would be correct.
Yes.
And currently we have 4 companies that have given us bids for the peer review. Is that correct? It's just a 4?
Yes, just the 4. Yep.
Ecotech came in at 10,680. SWCA came in at 11,928. Lucas came in at 9,800. Wetland Strategies came in at 3,060. Are there comments about these companies?
May I speak? I have some comments.
We'll let the commissioners speak first, and then absolutely we'll let you talk.
Okay.
George, you have comments?
Well, Wetland Strategies had some follow-up comments that were not addressed when they asked about the need for engineering. He doesn't have engineering subs or any other subs. He appears he's doing it all himself. The other 3 I thought were pretty much the same. They all look to be about equal in terms of staffing and price. So I didn't have any issue between the three of them.
Mark, any comments?
Yeah, it was kind of along the same lines as George. As I was looking at the subs themselves, and yeah, I'm trying to find which ones it were here in my packet. Sorry, but you can go on to somebody else. But basically, the same sort of thing, right? I was looking to see that the qualifications of the subs and that they actually were utilizing subs and things like that. So that's kind of the main point I had going.
Jen, do you have some comments?
Nothing more detailed than what Mark and George had at this point. I wanted to double check on one thing. So sorry. Really
We'll
very
get back.
Thank you.
Yes, do you have some comments?
Yeah, I sort of went through them all. You know, I have a clear order of preference. I was wondering if maybe we should all just sort of give our 1, 2, 3 or whatever, and then see how close we all are.
Yeah, go for it, Jess.
I did notice that SWCA was the only one that also mentioned they would be recommending orders of OOC conditions. And they also had added in that they'd be confirming the accuracy of the flagging and soil testing. Whereas I did notice that Lucas said that they wouldn't be doing soil testing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if I had a preference, my list would be SWCA, Ecotech, Lucas as my top 3.
All right, very good. You have a top 3, George?
I'd be in the exact opposite order. I just go by price. I don't really think we need to confirm the soils or the wetlands.
You would go Lucas, Eco.
Eco and then SW.
Mark, how would you rate these?
So I was Ecotech, SWCA, and Lucas last. We're all over the board.
Well, and I know I don't have a vote, but I agree with Mark. That's my, that would be my order also.
What would be Jen's order?
Yes.
I will agree with Mark and Joanne. I kind of went back and forth between Ecotech and SWCA, but I think that they would also be my top 3, or the order.
All right,
Chairman?
and Cal, Mr. Chairman. Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman, I think I like Ecotech and Lucas and SWCA and the wetlands WSS as last, just because it seems to be incomplete.
Yeah. And if I were giving a tally of what I just wrote down, 3 of us have Ecotech as number 1. So that's a clear majority right there. Or that's a
All
clear
right, can I,
intended.
Please, Cal, yes.
if I can wade into this.
Yes, please.
Our top 3, and WSS was clearly at the bottom because they were not terribly responsive. Our top 3 are Ecotech, Lucas, and SWCA. And what we really liked about Ecotech is that they have a subcontractor who seems to have good solar knowledge. We thought that was a good thing. We've also been reviewed once or twice by Graves Engineering, and we thought they gave a very thorough and fair review and stuck to the scope that was well defined for them, which sometimes is difficult to do. So our clear preference was Ecotech, even though they were the next to the highest price.
Yeah, I mean, not by much, but yeah.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much in the ballpark.
They're all close, yeah.
All right.
Great.
Sounds like we have a winner.
We take a vote on that then?
Okay, a motion to approve Ecotech for the peer review for Solar 2.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded. So since you're on the screen, George, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Yes?
I,
And chairman votes aye. So motion is passed. Very good. So the next thing to do is to contact Ecotech.
Yep, I will do that first thing tomorrow morning.
Great.
See what their availability in this state of emergency is.
Sure. Yeah, everything's in flux. Did you
Well,
have
they'll
something?
probably love this because it's something they can do from home fairly easily, I would think.
Mhm.
yeah. a
Because
lot-
we've all been working
Yeah.
pretty steadily and from home, and doesn't seem to be much let up in workload these days. So far.
That's true.
Could all
That's
change.
why I'm late.
Yeah, could
Sure.
all change, but we're hoping not. Well, thank you very much. And what I would suggest, and it's up to you whether you want to do it or not, but if you want to have Ecotech get in touch with us, we can get them all this stuff electronically. If they want a hard copy, we can send it, or I know Joanne's got probably a hard copy she could send them, but and we can obviously copy you guys on anything we send them, any communications with them.
All right, good. And I actually prefer that the communication between an applicant and the peer review come through the commission office.
Agreed.
So, Cal, you could send me stuff and I could send it on to them. But I'll talk with them tomorrow and see, get a list of things that they need, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, and if you could also pass on to them that, and this is fine to go through your office as well, but if they have questions on something, a lot of times when somebody's doing a review, it's not real obvious why an engineer will design something a certain way. And they can speculate it and write 3 paragraphs on it, or we can have a short email exchange and explain it. And it just speeds things up tremendously. And again, that would go through your office, which would be fine. But if you guys are okay with that, we would like to do that, because that just makes everything much easier and shortens the length of the report that we all have to wade through.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yep, good. I'll let them know.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks, Cal.
Okay, thanks for having this meeting. I was thrilled to hear you guys were doing it.
Oh,
Very good.
So far, so good.
Yep.
So far,
Yep,
so
mine's
good.
the only camp. Very good. All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
Aye.
Stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Next item is public hearing, continued notice of intent, Shaker Mill Pond, open space, residential development. DEP file number 100-0437. And I believe this is to be continued.
That would be my recommendation. We really can't give the applicant an order of conditions that is recordable.
Right. So as soon as we can figure out how to give you that authority, then we can move ahead.
Yep,
Okay.
I've got the edits from John Boardman all pulled together. It's just a question of the last little bit of how to sign it and how to put it in a format that they can record it.
Can you just, while we're online, just clarify for the public that to record an order of conditions requires certain kind of signature?
Yes. So this state of emergency that we're in has sort of shed light on some things that we didn't really know about. For instance, DEP themselves is completely fine with electronic signatures. The Act, Wetland Protection Act, does not require ink signatures on the behalf of the commission, but a registry of deeds until now would not record a document that did not have original ink signatures on it. So while the commission could electronically sign an order of conditions or another permit, the applicant would not be able to record that document at the registry of deeds, and so would be unable to proceed with their work. It would be as though the order had never been issued.
So what we're trying to do is get the authorization and the proper language from DEP, et cetera, so that we can have a vote in this kind of meeting format, and then you can do an original ink signature on our behalf.
Right, and if DEP does come up with language, well, it's really the registries of deeds who need the language to be recorded at a book and page number that then can be referenced on the permit. It's this funny black hole of DEP regulations and then the Registry of Deeds indexing standards.
That's all.
Yeah, it's there are 350 other towns in this same predicament, and nobody has really, a couple of towns have come up with draft language, but nobody's actually tried to get that authorization for the agent to sign recorded at a registry of deeds. So, and every week we have a phone call, a Zoom sort of thing with DEP, and they keep saying, yes, we're getting ready to issue some guidance in the form of a big list of frequently asked questions. And that's been 3 weeks in a row now that they're very close to having that document for us. And I guess we're really fortunate that our applicants are not clamoring for these orders. There will come a time, I think, when they are.
Yeah.
And hopefully that was Juniper. Hopefully we'll have this squared away then.
Good. I wonder if I misspoke about the DEP file number on the Shaker Mill Pond. That should be 100-0437.
Nope, you said that right.
Did I say it right? Okay. Okay. So we'll move on to the next public hearing. Is the notice of intent.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes.
We need to do a vote to continue.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to continue the notice of intent, Shaker Mill Pond, until May 14th?
So moved.
Second.
George, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Jess?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye. Motion passed. Thank you, Jess. Public hearing, notice of intent, 270 Woodland Way, David Grubb, DEP file number 100-0442. Are we in the same boat?
We are very much in the same boat.
Okay. Motion to continue until May 14th.
So moved.
Second.
George, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Jess?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye. Motion passes. This is how you run a meeting right here.
Nice job, Chairman.
Yeah, all right. The next action item is selection of contractor for 2020 weed treatment on Ayer ponds. I think we have a company that is willing to do this.
We do. We sent out the RFP. We had interest expressed by 3 companies. We only received 1 proposal, and that was from Solitude Lake Management, which is our current contractor. And they would very much like to do our weed treatment for the upcoming season.
Good. Is there any comments on that?
And the price is what?
What?
I'm sorry,
What's the
George?
price?
The price.
That's a good question. I don't have the proposal with me. I think it was $30,000, but I would have to confirm that.
Do we have the money?
We do have the money. Yeah, we've submitted a warrant article for Springtown meeting in the amount of $30,000, but from other warrant articles in the past, we still have enough money to pay for this contract, even if we don't get a positive vote at town meeting.
Well, that money is for next year.
That money is for next year, yes.
Any other comments?
No, I was just looking for I thought we had the proposal. I guess I don't have
Yeah, I
the,
thought we did
the
too,
number
but I don't
here.
have it in front of me.
I thought it was less than 30, but
It was 5 or something.
And I can't remember if it was the difference between 30 and 35 or 25 and 30.
25 and 30, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I might be able to. I have.
when did they came in February, right? Oh, wait a minute. The the estimated treatment cost ranged from 25 to 35.
There was something that could be left out, which would make it the lesser amount, right?
Yeah. Well, and then they were saying that if we could get permission to use Clipper.
Right. It would be much less.
right. But that was a no, right?
Yes, it's a definite no.
Yeah. As a definite no from Natural Heritage.
Natural Heritage, right?
Right.
Um,
Oh, and I thought I had the proposal on the thumb drive in the other computer, but I don't.
Any other comments on that?
Well, before we vote, though, we probably want to know the final price, right? Like, we can't technically take a vote on it, can we? Or shouldn't?
we should have them submit the contract. right?
Okay.
Right. I think we could vote to choose the contractor. And then the specifics would come out in the contract.
Okay.
So we can approve the contractor and then vote again once we get the information.
Well, once we get the contract, I think we would vote to enter into the contract.
Okay. So is there a motion to approve Solitude as contractor for 2020 weed treatment in the Ayer ponds?
So
Second.
George, how do you vote?
aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Jess?
Arg.
Chairman votes aye. And once we get the contract, then we can vote on that. So motion is passed.
So Joanne, when you reach out to them, so the delta between 25 and 35 or whatever, you'll send something to us letting us know what number we were shooting for, whatever the in between ish, like George said, the 30,000.
Oh yes, we'll get that very much nailed down.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
You should do I don't know if there's a study on how much weed swans eat, but they've been eating in Flanagan's Pond for 2 months.
Well, so what happens after they eat all those weeds? What's the next step?
Fertilization.
They go elsewhere.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, our next item is a new enforcement order at 0 Central Avenue. Mr. John Hillier, Assessor's Map number 26, parcel 281. And this is for improvements that he's been doing, earth moving, stump removals.
Yes, this is a new enforcement order on, let's see, last week I was driving to an inspection and noticed a large excavator working on the lot 0 Central Ave, and stopped and asked the machine operator to come talk to me, and he did, and he assured me that he had been told that everything was fine and he could be moving stumps and rocks and spreading out dirt. And I told him that was not the case, and he asked to see the enforcement order, the previous one that we issued, so I went back to Town Hall.
And that was the one that was issued in early March and discussed on March 12th.
Yes, I have.
Or was that the February? That was February.
It was February
2019.
Yeah. The cat is too scared to go upstairs. So I don't. If I could put her somewhere else, I would. Yeah, so the earlier enforcement order, let's see, we'll call it the first enforcement order on Mr. Hillier of 2020 was for the placing of pavement on his neighbor's property in the buffer zone to the intermittent stream. The enforcement order on Mr. Hillier of 2019 was for tree cutting in the buffer zone to that intermittent stream, as well as within the resource area itself. And so now this is the second enforcement order of 2020.
So this is because he decided to just
Build a parking lot.
go ahead with work during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. When I
And
was at,
would this technically be the fourth enforcement order, essentially on the same thing when you go back, what was it, 2015 or something, Jess, something like that?
2013, he was given an enforcement order and told at the time that he could do something with this parcel in terms of parking. He just needed to come to us with a notice of intent application, an engineered plan that would protect the wetlands, and then we would permit it through that process. And then he, I think in 2014, he was doing a request for determination permit on some stuff on the immediate parcel where the building is. And at that one of those meetings, he had mentioned, his engineer at the time had mentioned that, yep, they were working on the NOI for this other parcel. But then we never heard anything. No work was ever done until suddenly last year it was clear cut.
Right, okay.
So this, but he, the only reason I mentioned that is that he knew that it required permitting, and he had been told that we weren't going to stop him from doing something, but it would just be, have to be permitted and done the right way, not
Right.
the way he actually just did it. So.
Right, so again, basically the fourth enforcement order on the same general effort of building a parking lot on the property. Okay.
Yep. So when I went back to town hall to get the enforcement order, I was lucky enough to have a long conversation with Robert, who called Mr. Hillier and left him a phone message.
With the town manager?
The town manager, Robert, the town manager. So a phone message was left, an email was sent. A few days later, Mr. Hillier called the town manager back, and Robert let Mr. Hillier know in no uncertain terms that Mr. Hillier needed to bring a plan to the Conservation Commission. And I sent this enforcement order out certified mail on Tuesday. Since then, or sort of simultaneous to all this, our local wetlands protection bylaw has come back from the Attorney General, approved, and we are waiting for it to be publicly posted.
I thought it was.
Well, I haven't received any confirmation of that yet, that it has been publicly posted. But Robert also ran this whole Hillier situation by town council, who is of the opinion that we are in a position to issue fines through the ticketing process, since our bylaw was approved at town meeting in the fall. And this was Amy Quessel, our town council, who also outlined a process by where town council could kind of take this enforcement matter over on the road to a civil action in court against Mr. Hillier. So I think deciding whether or not to ratify this enforcement order is something that you all could think hard about. We have the same problem signing it, though. I signed it. It does say on the back that an enforcement order can be signed by the agent and then ratified by the commission. And I guess you can ratify by a vote reflected in the minutes. Yes, ma'am.
On this, DEP takes electronic signatures, and the ratified enforcement order just goes to DEP. It doesn't go to the registry.
So they take electronic signatures on permits. But you're right, the act doesn't say anything about ink signatures. So, yeah, I think we could figure out a way to do that.
So I'd suggest we ratify the March one and then this new one, both.
So we make a motion for that?
But it'd be two motions. Two
Okay.
separate motions. Yeah.
Can I just ask, can you explain what each order requires of Mr. Hillier?
Yes, let's see. The first enforcement order of 2000 requires him to no, it's here somewhere. Findings order. Oh, I think we have to decide. I think that's something we have to decide. This one is for a cease and desist. The pavement is technically on his neighbor's land, so I think when we issued her the enforcement order, she's the one who needs to see that the pavement on her land is removed.
Right.
These are the ones from May 4th, right? Dated May 4th.
May?
I'm sorry, March 4th. Sorry.
That other month, yes, March 4th.
On the March one, what we had was the restoration shall be completed in accordance with the conditions and timetable established by the issuing authority.
Oh, that's just on the form. That's part of the form.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ruth's, the one that we issued to Ruth that same day, removal of pavement placed in the buffer zone without a permit. Removal shall be by hand. Materials shall be legally disposed of off-site and off the property of John Hillier. So that was the property owner shall take those following actions. It's all coming back to me now. We couldn't really order John Hillier to do something on somebody else's property.
Right.
So he was told to cease and desist, and Ruth was told to get the paving removed.
And the new enforcement order, what's the wording on that?
The new one says the issuing authority hereby orders the following, check all that apply. Property owner, his agents, etc., and all others shall immediately cease and desist. Resource area alterations shall be corrected and resource areas returned to their original condition. Restoration plan shall be filed with the issuing authority on or before June 15th for the following. And this is where we kind of wrapped all the other infractions up together. Restoration of tree cutting within the resource area and the buffer zone, restoration of any disturbance to the buffer zone of the intermittent stream. The restoration shall be completed in accordance with the approved restoration plan, including any conditions and schedules. Filing of a notice of intent from the prior enforcement order, 219, is also required.
All right, so do we want to vote to ratify both of these enforcement orders?
Yep.
So is there a motion to ratify the March 4th enforcement order? Was it cease and desist against Mr. Hillier?
Before we go there, so if we do that and ratify his, are we also ratifying Ruth's?
We already ratified Ruth's.
Yeah.
Okay.
When she came to our meeting.
Okay. All right.
So if you want to add some extra language to this March 4th order, this is basically just for cease and desist. If you want to order him to remove the pavement on Ruth's land, I just worry a little bit about that.
Could we require him to work with the property owner, Ruth, to
resolve access issues, because that's what I was wondering. So, I mean, if Ruth goes off and she puts up a fence, as she potentially indicated she would, how will he access and be able to do what we're requesting? So I'm just wondering about that.
Well, so the whole access issue is something that is not a Conservation Commission concern. I mean, that has a huge impact on this situation. But she is absolutely free to do whatever she wants relative to putting up a fence or a row of boulders or anything else. And because the pavement's on her land, I feel like she's ultimately the one responsible, even though she didn't put it there.
Right. Yep. I guess what I'm getting at is, you know, let's say she progresses forward that way, you know, forward a couple steps forward. They don't come to a resolution. We say he has to do everything by such and such a date, but he has no ability to access the land to do that because he'd have to either traverse the intermittent stream or traverse her property. So unless we decide that he can cross the intermittent stream to do what we're requesting, we put him in a never-ending cycle that he can never do what we're asking. So I'm just trying to figure out how we are fair but stern, right?
Right.
Well, we'd be reviewing his restoration plan, and if that was an issue, it would be brought up at that time. So we could modify our actions at that time if it was a problem.
So could we make add the language to the March 4th enforcement order that he make every effort to work with Ruth on resolving this issue so that he can remove the pavement, but that he has to work with her?
Well, we can certainly ask.
Really not,
But George,
yes, it's not enforceable.
right.
Joanne, do you happen to know, is there access from the post office parking lot to his property?
I'd have to look.
There are trees.
So that's not a problem, as we know that.
Yes, it is.
I somehow think there's another piece of property between the post office and Hillier's
Okay.
property, but I'd have to look at the assessor's map to be sure.
All right.
Maybe he could bring a train in.
Yeah. Well, so Under Part C, the order part of this enforcement order, we've got cease and desist,
This is the March order?
the March 4th order.
Okay.
We could also,
I'd like to add that he secures some easement, be it with the the railroad or with Ruth, that is resolved, so that he has a way to proceed with his notice of intent.
so one of the boxes we could check here is a restoration plan shall be filed with the issuing authority on or before the date for the following. So if we were to check that box and give him a reasonable amount of time to come up with a restoration plan, and then write in here for the removal of pavement placed on his neighbor's property.
Has he admitted that he put it in?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Do we have that on record? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Okay. So if we could put in there that it's removed from Ruth's property by acceptable means, which is not mechanized, I assume, correct?
Could we put removed from her property by acceptable means and with her permission to enter his property?
That's probably a very good way to put that. What do you all think?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
With proper disposal.
Yep.
Yeah, what did George say the last time? Legal disposal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, removal of pavement on his neighbor's property.
Do we just say the name? Do we have to say neighbors, or do we just say Ruth, Ruth Maxons Schultz,
Yeah, we can.
17 Taft Street, Ayer, Mass. 01432. Parentheses, property owner, close parentheses.
Let's, let me. All right, removal of pavement on Ruth Maxon Schultz property at whatever the address
Zero
is.
Central Ave.
Yeah, this gets complicated because his is also 0 Central Ave.
Maybe hers is 0.5.
Removal of pavement on Ruth Maxon Schultz property.
Both enforcement orders say 0.
By acceptable means.
Yeah, they got the same lot and parcel number too. That's so weird.
Oh, I hope that's not my mistake. It shouldn't be the same lot and parcel number.
Yeah, you might want to. Well, I guess it's on one property, right? Maybe that's the issue. It's on the same property. So.
No, they're two different lots.
No, but the enforcement orders were based on the paving going on, right?
Yes. Yeah,
so they're both the same.
right.
Excuse me.
And with
By acceptable means,
Legal.
properly and legally disposed of.
Thank you.
and with her permission, with her what was the language for
And
access?
with property owner's permission to access the property.
Provided to the Conservation Commission agent prior to work beginning.
Good one.
Access the property. Good. Provided to, say that again, Mark?
Provided to the conservation agent prior to commencement of work.
Yeah. Good.
All right,
We
so,
also want the NOI with the plan by May 28th.
well, this would be a restoration plan. Just
Okay,
for
let's have that
for
by May
the,
28th.
yeah, May 28th. All right.
So what's our, May 28th is deadline for the restoration plan?
Yep. Yes.
And the restoration is going to cover the pavement, the putting back of trees.
No, so that's the next one. This is just the
Okay.
pavement one.
Okay. Well, then I think we can have that by the 14th, not the 28th. Anybody else disagree?
The restoration plan by the 14th?
Yeah, for the pavement.
Yep.
Everybody comfortable with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
Shouldn't be difficult.
Can we also say that failure to provide that will institute a fine
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
at this point? Failure to meet the May 14th deadline without express consent of the commission will result in a fine.
could result in a fine.
Hmm?
Could result in a fine.
Could result.
We want to say could or will.
I like will at this point with this particular. George is being nicer.
I just like to leave our options open.
I agree with George.
I
You want to say
have option.
could? Okay.
Okay.
Could result in a fine.
I mean, I think at this point he should know that it pretty much is will, right? But just in
Right.
case.
And a fine of up to $300 a day, $100 a day. Each day is a separate offense.
We have to decide that now.
Well, I think it might be a good idea.
What's that process? Do we have to have a regulation in place? State what the
No,
fines are?
it's in the bylaw.
Yeah, town council says we're good to go with fining.
Yeah.
And- and,
300.
Yeah, I think 300 is the limit, right? So
Yes.
he's saying up to $300 a day.
Okay.
So we'll just be vague on that then, up to 300 per day too.
Options.
And it's per day, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Until
And
compliant.
each day is a separate offense.
And just put until this condition has been complied with.
So my understanding with the ticketing and fines, the two choices are you either pay the fine or you appeal it in court.
Right. Yeah, but the fine would be instituted on a daily basis until,
One of those two things happens.
well, no, that he would pay or he could appeal, but we would stop the meter on payment on a daily basis once he complied. He would have to pay everything up to that point.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let me see if I can read this back. A restoration plan shall be filed with the issuing authority on or before May 4th for the following: removal of pavement.
May 14th.
May 14th, right, that's what I wrote down. Removal of pavement placed on Ruth Maxim Schultz property at 0 Central Ave by acceptable means with the property owner's permission, and disposed of by legal means. That's a little awkward, but I think it gets the point across.
Is it a separate bullet for the approval by property owner being provided to the conservation agent prior to work? Is that a separate bullet?
It is. And I was trying to make sense of what I wrote. Let's see. Property owner to provide agent with, say that again, Mark.
With the approval to the
Yeah.
conservation agent prior to commencement of work.
Yeah, prior to commencement of work. All right.
But prior to that, he was supposed to remove the pavement by acceptable means properly dispose of with the property owner's permission to access.
Yes.
And then what Mark said about
Yep.
giving us proof of that.
Okay. Boy, this is hard to do on the fly.
You should try taking minutes.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yes. Prior to commencement of work, failure to meet 5/14 deadline without express consent of Conservation Commission could result in a fine of up to $300 a day. Each day is a separate offense.
Until compliance is resolved or met.
Yeah, until this condition has been complied with or something.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, maybe say that shall accrue until this condition it has been complied with.
All right, a separate offense and shall accrue. Okay,
That shall accrue
that shall.
until. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm seeing a little orange thing at the bottom of the screen for chat.
chat.
Is that a public comment?
Oh, that's Cindy reminding us that we're coming up on an hour.
Okay.
Our timekeeper.
Okay. We're getting close.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we are. So we need to ratify these two.
So is the language good for that?
Yeah, the language is good, and John, I'll double check with you tomorrow just to make sure I've gotten it all right before I send this off.
Okay. All righty. So is there a motion to ratify the March 4th enforcement order against Mr. Hillier with the aforementioned conditions? How would I say that?
Second.
George, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Jess?
Aye.
Chairman votes aye. So, okay, then you'll check with me tomorrow, Joanne, and before you flip that off?
Yep.
All right.
So the next one, the brand new enforcement order,
Yes.
I think this one's in good shape just to have you guys go ahead and ratify it.
Can you send us a copy of it too? I don't think I got the final one, including the letter.
Yeah, yeah,
When you have time.
yeah, right. Lots of time.
And just really quick summarize, this gives a deadline of what?
This one gives a deadline of June 15th for both a restoration plan and a notice of intent.
And this is the restoration plan, not for the pavement, restoration plan for the other
Tree
Um,
cutting.
tree. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, make a motion.
Yeah, there's a motion to ratify the new enforcement order against Mr. Hillier with the as written.
So moved.
Second.
George, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Yes?
I,
Chairman votes aye. So that is passed. Uh, And our next item, we can quickly, is for an enforcement order against 156 Washington Street, Michael Mazzola, for work
Yes.
done on, I'm sorry?
Yes.
For work done under an expired order of conditions, DEP number 100-0394.
This is the little new house where Groton Harvard Road comes into Washington Street, kind of on the brink there. As far as I can tell, the order of conditions that you guys issued on this, which I do have a copy of, was never recorded at the Registry of Deeds by Thomas Bailey, who subsequently sold the property to Mr. Mazzola.
Oh.
So when I called DEP about this, she said, wow, unless they're recorded, they're not in effect. So all of the work that he did over there was done outside the order of conditions. So if we hope to issue a certificate of compliance on this, the new owner, Mr. Mazzola, needs to file a notice of intent sort of after the fact.
And can he do that now?
He can.
But in the current state of things, if you're not accepting new applications and
Well,
currently,
we can accept his application. We don't have to open a hearing.
okay.
And I guess we just hope this doesn't go on forever and ever and ever, and we can eventually act on this.
Have you talked with him? Like, what is he doing?
Well, as George noticed the other day, so the house has sat there basically for a year, mostly constructed but not finished. George noticed the other day that they had paved the driveway and put up a for sale sign.
Yep.
So,
Okay, I'm sorry. This is the one by the, by the dump and the school
mhm.
ledge, basically.
Yeah, the one that sits up there on the, that
Okay.
one. Yep.
Okay. Huh.
I have talked to him in the past. He's a very, very nice guy. I'm sure he has no idea that any of this is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But even if it had been filed, it's expired.
Right.
mm-hmm.
Yep. So DEP said to pursue it on the basis that that it expired, not that it was never recorded.
Makes sense.
So all he needs to do is to file a new NOI.
Yep.
And he's willing to do this.
Well, I don't know. He hasn't gotten the enforcement order yet.
So the resolution, though, would be, so he files an NOI, we essentially take the same order of conditions, rewrite it in his name, and that gets filed and recorded then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's do that.
Yep. So it really is just a simple matter of ratifying it. I think we've got to decide. We're asking for a new notice of intent.
Is there a cease and desist?
It can be,
For any further work?
yeah, yep,
Yeah. For the site work, you can work inside the house.
right. Cease and desist and filing a new notice of intent. Where did that go? And I complete the notice of intent on or before May 30th.
Do we want to add the language about the affidavits into the order? It's right up front.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if somebody ever read that part? We can.
Into the enforcement order,
Yeah,
since the house is for sale, that
Yeah,
because he could sell it tomorrow.
he could.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, so
Any other comments on that? Is there a motion to, oh, go ahead.
So just to George, you said, so he could sell it tomorrow, but could he sell it tomorrow if there's no, the NOI wasn't done, no certificate of compliance, and well, we've had issues without certificate of compliance and they've sold, right? I guess I was just wondering,
depends on the bank.
yeah,
but the bank actually, if it's not recorded, won't find anything that puts up a flag.
but what about an occupancy permit? I mean, doesn't the town, is there a way we can tie that into it?
I can talk to Charlie again about that. In the past, they're really completely separate
Okay.
issues. He has wanted to hold up occupancy on our behalf, but he can't really.
Okay. Plus, in addition to the affidavit, how about that a order of conditions sign needs to be put up while it's being sold?
Well, I could call the real estate agent, and as soon
Okay.
as I tell the real estate agent the situation, they're going to have to disclose it.
Okay.
And we don't have an order of condition signed yet, although I did get a phone call from our graphic designer student the other day.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would just be concerned, like George said, right? I mean, if they could sell it tomorrow, if there's some way or another that we can somehow put a little bit of a roadblock to that, that's really what I think we should try and do,
mm-hmm.
so that a homeowner doesn't end up with this, ball of wax.
Right. Well, I'll call the real estate agent that will help
Okay.
because they will have to disclose it.
And I would call and then also do something in writing, so we
Yep.
memorize it in writing.
Yep.
All right, I'm done, John. Sorry.
Okay.
Did you get it ironed out? So is there a motion to ratify the enforcement order against Mr. Mazzola
As discussed.
as discussed?
So moved.
Second.
George, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Yes?
I
Chairman votes aye. So our last bit of action item is outline discretionary criteria for accepting applications and scheduling meetings during pandemic state of emergency. So we can accept applications that are deemed important.
We can accept any application that comes our way. It's our discretion as to whether we open a public hearing or not.
Yeah.
And as long as we open a public hearing within 45 days of the end of the state of emergency. That's what DEP is saying right now.
Which is the moving target.
Yep. So I was thinking that now that we have this technology working, and it seems to be working pretty well, that we could stick to our regular meeting schedule. And that way we won't get plowed under by letting all of this just sit. We'll move things ahead as we can. And then I would recommend the criteria for opening a public hearing would be if something is an emergency.
Yeah, okay. Yep, nothing seems to make sense.
And
So-
there is actually a DEP definition of what constitutes an emergency, and I'll have to see if I can dig that back up. But there's a real fully fleshed definition of what is an emergency.
Right. I just got confused there because we said on the one hand, moving things ahead as we can. On the other hand, only moving things that are an emergency.
Opening public hearings for things that are an emergency.
But what does it mean to say we're moving things ahead as we can?
Well, for instance, if we get guidance from DEP and the registries of deeds about how to sign something, the things that are already open and on our agenda, those are the things that I think we can keep moving ahead.
Yeah.
Which,
But if we go back to essentially our regular schedule and have the ability to sign things electronically, what really holds us up from doing our normal business, I guess?
That's what,
Maybe I'm not understanding the public hearing piece of it, I guess.
Other than the fact we have 60 minutes to get it all done.
yeah, there's that.
Okay.
my concern is that if we start having applications that are not emergencies come in, and we just keep deferring endlessly, then when this is over, we're going to have a gigantic stack of things. So couldn't we, do as it, underscore the discretionary thing, but
Right.
and also the phrase "as we can" within the confines of the Zoom limitations, and just rely a little bit on your discretion, Joanne, of what looks like it's a doable project that we could do on a public hearing basis on remote.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could evaluate in terms of a site visit whether we could feasibly do one with masks on at appropriate distances or not.
Well, and so that's really something we should talk about at our next meeting. And now we're 19 minutes over our.
So we should think about that.
Yeah. Let's.
Okay.
I'm not really comfortable. Even getting the guy out of the excavator, he was way too close to me, and I kept backing up. It's it's a problem out there in the world.
But as somebody famous recently said, trying to figure out both how we cope with this, but how we also adapt going forward.
Yes, that famous person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joanne's son.
Yes. All right. Well, in respect of Cindy's time and APAC's time, shall we just revisit that next time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Think about it during that 3 weeks from now.
Yep.
2 weeks or 3? Oh, yeah, it is 3 weeks.
3
It's
weeks.
a 3-weeker, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Are there any conservation office updates that we need to go over, or?
No.
Okay.
No, we're
Any
good.
other updates? Nothing that's imperative?
Nope.
Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
George, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Jen?
Aye.
Yes?
Mark?
Chairman? Aye. Thank you, Jen. Okay.
Oh,